and try to score some of that sweet plan swag. I'm Beef. With me is Mini Maggot. And Mini, what do we need to see from BMG?
Soul Stealer. I think the hero is like really strong. Outside of that, I mean, Tempest is on the board. I think they have to either pick Andro or Keeper the Forest, but they pick up Empath really early here. And I don't know, I've just got this really weird feeling that they're going to go and do like some kind of weird tri-lane. Like back like in like College of Caldivar, they used to run loads and loads of like tri-lanes with like Swiftblade, like Empath, Swiftblade, tri-lane. Obviously Empath, so obviously Swiftblade is banned here, but oh crap! No, I'm looking at Nullstone. Sorry, Beef. I just completely ignored what I said. BMG. They picked up Tempest, Magnus, and Pyromancer. I think Soul Stealer could work here though, really well. Back on topic though, like sort of synergize with a lot of the AOE sort of synergy. Can get involved in team fights early as well, and has a bit more of a carry presence than Oogie as well. So I think Soul Stealer could work here very nicely.
I think you might be right. I think that could be a pretty decent one. Damp here being highlighted there for just a brief second as well would be some pretty strong initiation potential. But we'll see what they actually choose to go with.
I like that.
Really?
I love that pick as well. Against Dr. Repulsor, man. That hero is completely counters Dr. Repulsor.
I don't know, man. Silences are pretty bad.
9-second silence. Obviously, Doctor can just pop the Shrunken, but still. 9-second silence plus the hemorrhage, which is obviously goes through Shrunken. I think the hero can really work. I think it was Nullstone again picked up Bloodhunter like a couple of weeks ago and just wrecked with it. And single-handedly won the game with it. Yeah, Bloodhunter doesn't have the greatest carry potential, but I think in the early to mid-game, and even the late game, he can have a presence, but yeah, mainly the early to mid-game can just absolutely wreck. And I guess it does sort of fit the style of Mazera as well, very aggressive carry sort of hero. I'd like to see it. I think it could work well in this draft, particularly against the Doctor. So.
See, that's why I don't like Bloodhunter, man. I read Quincy's stats articles, which you obviously don't, and statistically, she's an awful hero.
Man, the hero, you don't even want to read the stats, man. You got to believe. You don't read stats, Beef. You got to think outside the box. You got to believe. You got to have the passion. Just give some oomph in it, you know. Like, don't think with your head. Think with your heart, right?
There you go. That's why. Never mind. Not gonna play Instant Reflex right now.
Oh god. Please, Mazera, you should play with Instant Reflex, man. He plays with BMG now. So.
Well, look what happens when he ditched you.
Oh my god! I became a caster. I became a caster.
There you go. There you go.
I chose the easy way out.
In any case, the ban's coming out right there. Dark Lady being banned out. They are afraid of the silence, as you said. But also Chipper and Wretched Hag being banned out by Drents. Interesting. Very interesting. So, does Dr. Repulsor lose the ability to ultimate when he's got a shackle on him?
Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. No, he does. Yeah, he does. Because obviously, the ulti from Dr. Repulsor counts as movement ability, and obviously, Prisoner stops that. So yeah, it would stop it. So, and Quincy is confirming. So, yeah, I think that's decent. I think obviously they're not going to pick up the Bloodhunter now because they have some kind of ways to deal against the Dr. Repulsor. One thing's for certain though, that Nullstone will need to run a solo mid against the dual lane from BMG, because I've said it time and time again, Prisoner automatically wins dual lanes, put simply, unless you completely misplay. And I mean, when you put a hooker on Super KG, you just want to make sure he can't make any plays. So just dodge any kind of dual lanes and try and make sure he can't make those big hooks, put simply. So put some kind of easy solo lane against him, perhaps Bubbles or the Kraken, depending on that. I think Bubbles is a lot more preferable here because obviously he can take cover both the Shackles and the hook, or the old ball and chain. Obviously the Shackles doesn't actually work against Shell Surf because Shell Surf is not a movement ability, it is a invulnerability state. So instead I pick up Pharaoh.
Somebody's fancy over here with your game knowledge and stuff.
I know, I'm sorry, Beef. I've got to be though. I'm the analytical caster, Beef, even though I do loads of play-by-play, so I'm sorry.
There you go.
I
like the Pharaoh pick though. I mean, get that interrupt the Tempest, but he's also going to be somebody that should be able to synergize relatively well with the Dr. Repulsor, lock somebody down for a bit, and allow DR to come in and do the damage without huge fear of being turned on.
Yeah, I mean, they would have either had to pick Pharaoh or Andromeda because Keeper of the Forest is banned, and you just simply want to have some kind of address potential against Tempest, because otherwise in the mid or late game, Tempest will just automatically win the team fight. If you have no way of cancelling it, they pick up the Mage Bane. Ooh, so they've got ways to deal with Dr. Pulsar in two sort of different lights now. The one issue I've got here, though, is that Mage Bane might have a little bit of a hard lane in the short lane against Pharaoh, perhaps, but we'll have to see, I guess.
You know what I'm excited for?
What?
The What You Got Legionnaire. It's legendary, man.
Wait, what? Mage Bane owned me on Mage Bane? I guess they're going to switch up the Suicide. Suicide, Misera, and then own me on Carry, Mage Bane.
Yeah, it's been done before. It's been done before. Owned me, of course, being one of the younger players in the scene. Do you know how old he is?
No, man, I don't actually know. I didn't know.
I think he's 16 now.
Oh, really?
I think he maybe 17, but he's
a little bit
pretty young.
Really, I didn't know. A little bit older than Mickey, isn't he?
Yeah, back when I was casting him in like Pikachu, I think he was either 13 or 14.
Oh, really?
I think that was Pikachu. It sounds about right.
Yeah, I believe so. This Legionnaire pick, though, is going to be really, really useful, though, because obviously Mage Bane's going to pick, similar to the Dark Lady in the last game, going to pick up the Rune Cleaver, the Abyssal Skull, and then the Shrunken Head, and outside of Pharaoh, I don't have any way of really locking him down, except for, obviously, the Legionnaire as well. So I do like the Legionnaire pick. It's going to be quite useful against the Mage Bane, and it's going to actually give Nullstone some kind of, actually a lot of anti sort of split push, because if BMG have like a bad game and they need sort of split push with the form of owned me, Nullstone have definitely a lot of ways to deal with the Doctor Repulsor, and as well as the Pharaoh and Legionnaire. So Mage Bane will not be able to really split push this game at all. So I really do like the draft, actually, and he just blinks up there. I don't think they saw him. Yeah, I think they're good. So it's going to get some wards.
Hold on a second.
Counted.
Is this an offlane Mage Bane?
Ooh, it might be. It's going to be. Yeah, you're right. So I thought he's going to be carry onto own me, but he's going to play at Suicide, and it doesn't work very, very well, actually. The first time I ever saw this done was actually in TMM, and I was playing against Hackstrin, and he just absolutely dominated with it. The hero is incredibly, incredibly strong in the Suicide lane. The one issue you have when you play Suicide Mage Bane is that you don't get as much farm, but I mean, he has one of the best escape mechanisms, and you could be an absolute pain in the ass in terms of your sort of harassment ability. No, he'll be fine, man. He's got the blink. He can't die, put simply. He simply can't die. The one issue he'll have is, when Doctor gets level 6, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but in terms of before then, he'll be fine. Obviously, he won't get a lot of farm, which is a little bit of an issue as well, but on the most part, it's actually a really strong Suicide hero, and they only really picked the Mage Bane to sort of counter the Doctor Repulsor. So, as a result, as long as he gets good mana riffs off, it doesn't really matter too much if he gets good farm or not. I like it, man. I like it.
I think it's very interesting, but Quincy was dropping the stats earlier about the win rate on these certain player hero combinations, and it makes sense that it was 75% for BMG. These are some heroes that I definitely recognize people on. Fine, I recall him being one of the best support pyromancers in the scene.
Yeah.
And right now, going to be dropping a stun, perhaps? Missing stun. All right. Way to make me look a fool. Fine.
Fine's actually a really good player, though.
He's really, really good.
And he's good not just in support as well. He can play like carry, mid, all the other roles as well, which I think is really important to be as a support, because, like, obviously, if you know the other roles really, really inside out, then you know how to be a better support in that respect. So, and okay,
that's pretty decent. He's unfortunately out of mana. He's not going to be able to blink here, and there's the wall. A lot of damage going to be coming in on the way of the Mage Bane. And
I'm surprised Doctor.
Yeah, Doctor should have rotated over here. This would have been a kill. Might still be a kill if Legionnaire actually rotates, but oh my god, poor communication coming out right here.
Nah, he's got like 200 HP. Nah, 1 second.
Oh,
no,
wrong side. Oh no, but he runs the wrong way. Oh, miss! Oh my god! He's got the blink. Will he use the blink? I think if he uses the blink, he might die to some auto attacks. No, he ate a tree.
He's good. He's got Buckler as well. He's got Buckler. He should be fine. Oh my god, though, like, you saw, like, Empath nearly killed him. Like, if Doctor Repulsor gets like one auto attack off there, like, he's fine. But
or like he'll get one or a spin or anything.
Exactly. I have to admit, this level 2 of Mage Bane is going to be the biggest thing in terms of him in the lane. The reason being is because without him having level 2, he would easily be able to get boxed out by Empath in terms of just being harassed, because obviously he doesn't have the the mana combustion, but now he's got the mana combustion, he can easily man up against Trents now, so he's going to get even more in this lane just because of hitting level 2. If Empath was able to actually box Mageman out in terms of level 1 to level 1, then it'd been a really, really bad situation, but now Only can start actually dominating this lane and get, you know, some CS, and after that courier kill as well, I mean, it's looking decent, man. Suicide Mageman, new meta.
There you go. New meta indeed. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, you got the Magma squaring off against Pharaoh, and I think that Magma should have a pretty strong advantage here, especially since Pyromancer was there for quite some time. But Mag currently toggling off the Volcanic Touch, so not really using that to do much in the way of damage, at least just yet. But the entire team is kind of over here. They want this Kraken.
Yeah. I think they're waiting for a hook. If it lands, then they go. But yeah, I won't be able to get the hook. Magmos is doing the right thing though. Like, he's trying to not push the lane. Like, if he has E, if he's in like a pure 1v1 setting, then obviously you want to max the E and just make sure it's always on to harass the Pharaoh. But he wants to keep lane control because when Power or Tempest rotates over, he can, you know, somewhat secure a kill onto Pharaoh. So he's doing the right thing here, Mizera, turning it off for the time being.
All right, I'll trust you on that one. Seems to make sense though, absolutely. Although Pyromancer doesn't seem to be coming back over at all, and the damage is being dealt here. Pharaoh getting a few CS himself, but Super KGE on one of his signature hooking heroes, not really been able to get any of these hooks landed. Man.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying in the draft. Like, I'm really glad that Null Gaming did actually rotate and do a dual lane, sorry, like a solo lane mid. They could have easily allowed Dr. Repulsor to do this in the short lane, because obviously, you know, Dr. Repulsor a great short lane hero. Instead, they put the Empath up here, obviously to sort of box out the Mageman, but also to just make sure that there's one less person to hook for Super KGE. Like, if he hooks Kraken, he's not going to be able to kill him because he's too tanky. But if Empath is in the middle lane, then if Empath gets hooked, then she's going to be a guaranteed kill. So, like I said before, making sure that Super KG cannot make these plays, you know, it just gives you the best opportunity to win the game, honestly. Because I mean, there's time and time again where Super KG single-handedly wins the game because of his hooks. So, just like the decisions here from Nullstone, just making sure Super KG doesn't have a big impact in the game.
Right now, Mageman just kind of squaring off up top. Dr. Repulsor, as Quincy was mentioning, has excellent farm thus far, but Empath has not been able to do a ton in the way of boxing out Mageman. He's been able to get a few auto attacks in right there, and as he's level 3 now, might be able to do even more so in that manner. But Doctor getting pretty close to 6, and at that point, Mageman could be in a ton of trouble.
Because the blink is only level 1, so the cooldown is too low to actually use it twice in an engagement. So if Dr. Repulsor gets level 6, then maybe a good wall off from Empath, Mageman will definitely be falling here if he's not careful.
Lego having a pretty decent time here in the jungle as well. Does have almost enough money for a life tube. I think that's what he's going to be going for.
Yeah, I mean, I say that actually, but I mean, the last time I've seen Alicia picked, I mean, he does go for the light tube here, but I'm not actually too a massive fan of it. The last time I saw Alicia work very, very well in the picks, and actually middle lane though.
Yeah, the hook could be coming in. Wow, that was just really, really well played by the guys here of BMG. The ultimate going off, and Kraken choosing not to try to charge away from that. I guess he probably couldn't. Probably had a shackle on him, and yeah, Pharaoh's dead as well in the bottom lane. Maybe not dead. Gonna be able to get off a really nice wall of mummies and a health potion as well. No mana really for a whole lot here other than one stun. Pharaoh gonna be able to hook on out of there. Here comes the stun though, the auto attacks. They need body blocks as well, and I don't know. Yes, they are gonna be able to get it because Tempest barely got enough mana right there for the Glacial Blast. Kraken gonna be coming in with the release to Kraken, and Tempest will be able to frenzy click his way on out of there. Kraken gonna have to charge on backward. Magmus does have another stun in 3 seconds. No, not gonna happen. Well. And Mageman takes down Empath at the far ends of the jungle.
Yeah, that was actually a really, really good play coming out from Fuzzy Stuff though. Like, he was actually a little bit of unlucky to die there, but it was great play. Obviously, he walls a mummy, so he steals the mana from Magmus. Then Magmus actually just gets delivered the steam boots just as that happens. So then he obviously gets steam boots off over to in, and then does get the stun off in the end. And the Kraken rotation was just a little bit slow and just could not return the kill onto Tempest. So just good play coming out from BMG, but a little bit unlucky coming out from Fuzzy Stuff there because he played it right. It just wasn't enough in the end.
So already things looking up here for the guys of BMG. But Dr. Repulsor yet to get active, and I feel like he's going to be the X factor here. Legionnaire as well. We did go that life tube, and now sitting on yet another 825 gold. Empath had been trying to help him by stacking up some camps, but with her death from Magebane, set back a little bit in that regard. What do you think BMG needs to be doing right now? Do they need to be super worried about this Doctor and Legio?
I think they need to take the advantages when they can. Like, Legionnaire isn't really that important or that impactful until he's got the Blink Dagger, and that's what I was going to actually mention before. Like, the best Legionnaire players I've seen in terms of, like, the competitive aspect is probably just goes out to sort of Zlap, though. He plays a fantastic Legionnaire. I think he goes, like, Ghost March into Bottle and then straight into Portal Key. Because if you go Helmblight Legion, you get your Portal Key so delayed, and then when you do get it, it's just too late of a sort of timing to have a big impact. He is going to go Helmblight Legion here, which I think isn't actually the way to go here. But going back to your point though, with BMG, with these sort of almost greedy sort of lineups coming out from Null Gaming, I think they can actually take an advantage here in terms of maybe taking the tier 1 bottom, maybe take the tier 1 mid, perhaps if like a good hook could come out from Super KG. But one thing's for certain though, they need to try and take their advantage though, because although they've got the Mage Bane, he's playing Suicide, so he won't be able to have that kind of carry potential. And Dr. Repulsor and Legionnaire are very, very scary in the late game, so they need to have some kind of rotations, whether it be pushing, whether it be ganks, and they definitely do need to be doing something.
Yeah, the only reason that I'm okay with the Home of the Blank Legion here is because there are ancient stacks waiting, and I'd really like to go see him and get those ancient stacks and deal with those, but he's instead going to double stack a hard camp here, go for some Vagabonds. Middle lane though, Prisoner's in some trouble, hooks in a Pharaoh, that's not what you want! And Dr. Repulsor are going to be coming up as well. They'll be able to grab the 2-for-1 special. So not only do they get themselves on the board, but they do it in style. Dr. Repulsor finishes up his sustainer, and now going to be making his way even further up toward what I assume is going to be a Nullstone. Nullstone Gaming.
That's literally all they do is pick up Nullstones. I'm not even joking. But going back to the Mage Bane pick though, like you see the effectiveness between like a level 7 Pharaoh and like even if it was level 7 Mage Bane, like the effectiveness is just clearly in favour of Pharaoh though, because like he can TP in and get those kind of and secure those kills for you. Like if Mage Bane TP's in, like he has no kind of farm. He doesn't have his ulti, but like even that isn't going to be doing a lot of damage at early level or rank 1, sorry. And this is like an issue with the Suicide Mage. Yeah, he's actually great in the laning phase. Yeah, he's not going to really die like he's 0, 0, and 1 compared to say the 0, 1, and 2 on Pharaoh. But it doesn't even matter if Pharaoh dies once, twice, or 3 times. He's still going to be a lot more impactful than the Mage Bane in his early game potential. And Mage Bane is really only useful in the late game, but that's only if he's got the farm. And if he's playing the Suicide role, I mean, what does he really offer to the team?
Middle lane, Prisoner Ultimate going to be going off right here. There's the wall coming out, and Pyromancer will be able to get off the stun, but it's not going to be enough damage. Unfortunately, Prisoner needed one more auto attack.
Oh, the hook! Oh my goodness!
Beautiful hook coming in, but a counter hook coming from Pharaoh. He will be able to take down Super KGE and get some damage on the tower. Magnus just finished up a PK. I thought he was going to get the double stun right there. Instead, they'll get the empath, and Tempest might drop the hole.
Legionnaire's waiting though.
Walking by Legionnaire, dropping the hole. One-man hole, really not that big of a deal if you do get the kill.
Congo deny? Congo deny? I don't know, I would have liked to see him try for a Congo deny there. Like, that was the only way he's going to maybe try and salvage the situation, but nonetheless he probably would have been dead anyway, but would have been nice to see the attempt. Very well. But yeah, again, Legionnaire does have picked up the Helmblight Legion. He did actually farm the Ancient stack, and I guess I mean if you are going to triple stack the Ancients and try and sort of steroid the farm on Legionnaire, then it's not too bad in that respect, because obviously you're going to get a portal key at a kind of a timely manner anyway. But one issue with Legionnaire is that you do have a lot of mana issues, and picking up the bottle is always nice. But instead he's going to go for the Chalice, but still about
and Striders.
Yeah, so like 2,000 gold away now from. 2,000 gold away from his portal key now, and this is where like you see the difference in builds compared to like Slap's Legionnaire build and what you got's Legionnaire build. I mean, what you got, farm is a lot faster than Slap's, but I think particularly in the competitive scene, like you need to have like an impact in the game, particularly as a jungler. Even if it's like, even 1 or 2 kills like Tankfet's doing here. If you're 0-0 and 0, like your team just is fighting 4v5 in the mid game, and you want to be having as many people as possible to have an impact in the game throughout the stages of the game. So I dislike it a little bit, but at the same time, the late stages of the game he should be owning because he's farmed so much. So we'll have to wait 20 minutes to see what kind of impact Legionnaire can have.
if he's still able to get that portal key by 16, 17 minutes, he's still going to have a pretty big advantage. He'll be able to get lots of kills. Magnus misses that stun there in the bottom lane.
Oh, Misera.
They shouldn't have been able to get the kill one way or the other, but it would have been nice to not be embarrassed.
Misera, the worst player in the game. He's really good. But
the flame is real, dude.
Yeah, no, he left my team, that's why. I'm joking. He actually, when he played for us though, he played mid, and he played a fantastic mid for us though, so a little bit surprising that he misses those kind of stuns so well. The one thing he actually loves to do as a Magnus player is that, like, in the mid to sort of late stages of the game, he'll actually sort of camp in this sort of top right hand sort of side of your sort of screen, in sort of the trees, and then wait for like a pickoff, like, and he'd blow the eruption, he'd blow everything on it just to get like a solo pickoff, and it does work quite well. Particularly if it's like an important hero, so perhaps we might see that in the later stages of the game. Just see Misera AFK in the jungle, or AFK in the sort of trees up here, like 20-30 seconds perhaps, but we'll have to wait and see if that is going to be the case.
Will indeed. So BMG once again, this kind of timing-based composition, timing-based team fight composition. And they're going to need to force some team fights. What items do they need to make that happen? As well, Magnus is going to show up here in the middle lane. Perfect execution, which is what BMG is known for.
Yep.
That was perfect.
Yeah, and it was perfect. Now it actually frees up a tier 1 tower mid, and like you said, there's a couple of items that they probably need to start making these team fight happen. It's probably the Astrolabe on Tempest and maybe the portal key on Prisoner if they want to go it as well. But I mean, you can completely forfeit any kind of items if you can sort of trade it for like a kill in that respect. Like, even though they don't have like the Astrolabe or the Tempest or the portal key on Prisoner, getting that one pick off just opens up that kind of push. So yeah, just again, massive hooks from Super KG, really sort of salvaging BMG once more.
So Magnus right now probably needs to TP on the front lines unless Super KG is just going to blind hook, which he will, and he's going to go ahead and get the ultimate off right now. Double TP is going to be coming in. A stun from one person gets the kill. There's the Mage Bane going to be running away. The TPs were just a little bit too late right there.
Yeah, and like if Misera has a TP there, that's like a guaranteed kill, but again, though, Super KG landing the sick hooks and again really making Beaverbang actually sort of be incredibly scared, because Prisoner with the Shackled is actually a massive counter to Dr. Repulse. I'm kind of surprised we don't see it, picked up more, because like, what was that? 5 seconds of like lockdown for like a Dr. Repulsor, like without him using the Ludicrous Creed for 5 seconds is a massive counter, honestly. So yeah, really showing work, and that's pretty well we're actually going to see a Null Stone picked up from Dr. Repulsor, because he does not want that happening at all.
Yeah, it certainly makes sense that that was pretty brutal up in that top lane. It's really unfortunate for BMG that he actually escaped.
Yeah, definitely. Like, if he gets a kill, then that's going to delay his Null Stone by quite a bit. But as a counter pick, though, or a counter to this Null Stone, I would actually like to see Super KG pick up a tablet, though, because the tablet would be great against the Pharaoh for one thing, but also you can take off the Null Stone and then go from there and pick up the Shackle straight after. Or we can go Codex as well, but probably won't go for that. But I think you should.
Okay, so Legionnaire just picked up a portal key. 15 minutes in right now. He's been getting a lot of support. Middle lane, it looks like Kraken is going to be able to get the ultimate off here onto Tempest. Is going to go ahead and drop the Meteor, but the damage is not going to be enough to deter the Hellborn team. Pharaoh Hook going to be coming in. Magnus will stun on out of there. Dr. Repulsor moving forward, needs an auto attack to slow Magnus, but no, portal key on back. And with both Pharaoh and Doctor out of mana, I don't think they're going to pressure this tower. But yeah, Legionnaire getting a lot of help from his team. He got those stacks and easily able to get a portal key by the 16-minute mark that I was saying he needed it by. But now he needs to get active.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get active with the Pharaoh, because they can easily blow up anyone on the Legion side there if they go with like the Pharaoh and Legionnaire combo. This would free up obviously more farm on Dr. Repulsor, but also sort of free up Cholo Simeon some farm with the Kraken, because he needs a portal key of his own, and he's not going to be able to really farm the map, because obviously the hooks from Prisoner and Magnus, unless the map is opened up with ganks from Legionnaire and Pharaoh. So I'd like to see him just stop farming with the Legionnaire and Pharaoh and just look for kills, like bottom frags, like Manage Bane is all by himself. This is like a free kill if Pharaoh and Legionnaire are on the ball. But instead, Legionnaire just goes back and farming, and I really disagree with this decision. Actually, he's going to TP bottom, so yeah, great play. And here comes the Pharaoh as well, so just on Q beef, this is what's going to happen. I can feel it.
Yeah, Mage Bane is none the wiser. Rocket going to connect. There's the taunt coming in into the charge. The stun coming out from Empath, and they feel like they just don't have enough damage.
His iron build is sorry, his skill build is terrible. Sorry, on what you got. He's got two. I didn't even realize he's got 2 points in only 2 points in taunt. Like, you go. Obviously, you can like max the whirling blade, or no, so you want to max the terrifying charge, but you need to have whirling blade level rank 1. But not,
oh, Magnus going to be coming in with a big eruption here. Legionnaires in a ton of trouble. Going to get shackled up and killed. They take majority of those ancients, and they're looking for more. Empath is running. Pharaoh is spotted out as well. And they end up just wrapping around for the tower. No, Meteor going to be coming in, and there's the Glacial Blast. Pharaoh does end up getting off Hellfire here, but Kraken Ultimate going to be coming in on top of the Tempest Ultimate. No, not the Tempest Ultimate. That's just Kraken. And there's the Tempest Ultimate. BMG showing off their team fight composition. Stun coming in there and make it a full 5-man wipe, man. Hat trick coming out for Super KGE as BMG goes 5 for 1.
And just, I think this all goes back honestly to the skill build from what you got. I mean, like, he's a great jungler, don't get me wrong, but the skill build from Legionary is just plain wrong. Like, he's maxed out the Terrifying Charge and the Whirling Blades, and you either max one or the other. Preferably, you want to max the Terrifying Charms because because you farm faster than maxing out the Whirling Blades. But you have to have rank 4 taunt if you get the Portal King go for ganks. If he has the rank 4 taunt there, they can easily kill the Mage Bane. Like 3 seconds of lockdown plus the 1 second stun from the Pharaoh. It's going to be enough lockdown plus all the damage as well. Even maybe a couple of mini stuns from the Hellfire that they instantly burst down Mage Bane. And the team fight is then in favour of Null Gaming. Instead, they have some kind of weird initiation. Mage Bane does get away, and then BMG capitalises on the overextension from Null Gaming. And I mean, I hate to say it, but that's all on what you got there.
Yeah, it certainly didn't help that they decided to try to save the Pharaoh. I think it might have been better to just give up the level 9 Pharaoh. Maybe let him have that tower at that point. What you got was not in a position to be able to fight, being that he was dead. Just a little bit of questionable plays. Up top, though, they are trying to get the Mage Bane once more. Dr. Repulsor does not have the mana, does not have the reach to kill the Mage Bane.
Again, rank 4 taunt, that's a dead Mage Bane, so twice they've missed 2 kills. Like, I'm not for it, beef. I'm not liking this skill build. Like, I understand he obviously wants to sort of max out farming, but when you pick up the Portal Key, you want to start ganking, which you did, which is fine, but you need to have that rank 4 taunt.
Well, he keeps going for Mage Bane, which I guess is, you know, probably the right kill, but he's tanky. 1400 HP right now, has all that magic armor as well, and most importantly, he's burning all of Legionnaire's mana. A chalice does not give you enough mana to get a decapitate off, and so combined with the terrifying charge, Legionnaire burns his own mana within like a second.
True, man. That's kind of true, actually. I don't know if you'll even be able to get a decapitate off, actually. But like, cause obviously he taunts the Mage Bane, the Mage Bane's going to keep on hitting him, and he might actually take his mana completely.
Kraken going to go ahead and drop an ultimate right here. Tempest is going to be in a little bit of trouble. And here comes Dr. Repulsor. The hook coming out onto 3, though. There's Magnus coming in. Prisoner stun is good. Pharaoh, as well as Kraken and Legionnaire. All 3 big dudes are down. Empath going to fall as well to make it 4 in that grave. Super KGE with yet another hat trick. And Dr. Repulsor, the only one to escape. Oh, things are going from bad to worse here for the boys of Nullstone Gaming.
Yeah, and this Mage Bane Hellblight Legionnaire is actually really awesome because, like, he's not really having a farming role because obviously, like, he wasn't in the short lane, he's playing Suicide, and just dishing out the 64 mana, like, he hits really, really hard, like, because you have to. So he does like 80 damage per hit, plus the 64, he's like doing like 144 damage, and the mana, like the minus 64 mana per hit is really having a lot of impact, like even though we might not see it, but you know, that's going to be like 1 less sort of torn out from Legionnaire, 1 less charge from Kraken, for example, and as a result, the team fights is looking very, very strong for BMG, and plus, I mean, these hooks from CKG are just every single time, man, they land, and it's just, what can Nullstone Gaming do? Really, all the farm they've got really is on Dr. Repulsor and Legionnaire, and okay, they did get the kill obviously bottom lane, but in terms of the team fights, they don't have any kind of AoE outside of Kraken, and BMG just really rolling over them in team fights. I think Nullstone Gaming have the advantage in terms of ganking, but as we've seen, the last couple of ganks they just failed because they just really haven't been able to execute it properly.
Well, and of course BMG is doing a fantastic job of making sure that the only people on the map to gank are the Mage Bane. It's true. The one that they're putting out there, and unfortunately Super KG missing that hook right there. I thought that was gonna be.
That was a good slice up. Like,
so
he can't. Oh, Tempest ultimate.
Tempest ultimate as well. Okay. questionable. And now there's the Legionnaire taunt onto 2, and that's going to be 2 very dead players. Pharaoh actually going to be, unfortunately, missing his hook, but does it matter? No. Mageman going to be coming in. There's the stun onto 2. Dr. Repulsor's there, though, and Empath is going to hop on in. Nullstone is on a tear. And going deep right now. Do find Mr. Pyro. There's a nice stun. Unfortunately, still dead. And Magnus is going to be the only one to survive that one. That was after a buyout.
And that's what happens, like, when you... That was all because Tempest, like, fluffed his ultimate there. Like, I don't think Nullstone would have re-engaged if they saw... If they didn't see Tempest go in. So, yeah, again, a little bit of a misplay. Obviously, it does happen, but... Unfortunately, BMG definitely sort of paying for that. They're like a 4-man, 5-man wipe, plus a buyback as well. I mean, also, they're completely back in it. Like, they were looking so bad after the last team fight, but after that little misplay from BMG, Nullstone are still in it. That's going to be the
hell. They were looking so bad. They were set back.
I don't know, they're looking bad.
They were set back for sure. But no, they're back in the driver's seat once more. They've got the team that scales better into the late game here with the very well farmed Dr. Repulsor. He's going to be finishing Flower in just a moment. What do you think about going the Nullstone into a Hellflower rather than the Icon of Goddess?
I like it. Firstly, because he hasn't. I mean, he has been getting a few kills, but I think kind of the new meta of Dr. Repulsor is sort of just to get rid of the, to skip the Icon of the Goddess. Like, yeah, having regen is good and all, but it's not all about the regen. Like, that's more already useful to Oogie, so he can continue spamming up the spells. Like, he's more of like a pick-off character, and having like the Hellflower, the Sheepstick is really more important than the Icon, and it still gives obviously a lot of regen as well. And for the Nullstone, like, he needs it. Like, he's fighting against Prisoner with the Shackle, like 5-second lockdown without him using ludicrous speed is just too much of a hamper. So he has to pick up the Nullstone. Obviously, it's decent against the mana from Mageman as well. So I really do like the items that she picked up from Beaver Banger, and I don't think the Icon would have been as useful as the items he's got here. So yeah, really do like it.
A good defense of your opinion there, Mini Maggot. Not too bad at all. And up top, it looks like Mageman continuing his attempt to carry from the off lane as
Serial Killer.
Dead Tempest. After Repulsor and Pharaoh combine onto that one is unfortunately Tankafet. I mean, Quincy said it at the beginning here, 9-2 on this hero. Very comfortable, but he's just been caught out of position a couple times, a couple misplays, notably that ultimate there in the middle lane. And we'll see.
Oh,
he's gonna have to recover.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, Dave.
Puzzle blocks on Pharaoh?
Nope. Staff the Master on Legionnaire.
Ew.
This is going to be awesome. He's picked up the Glowstone and the Blade of Alacrity, the Quick Blade. So he's definitely going to staff the Master here. And one thing that top lane though, Pharaoh.
Yeah, Pharaoh could be in some trouble here. He does have that puzzle box level 1 available. There's the stun going to be coming in. Here's a TP. Pharaoh is going to be just fine. Legionnaire gets the taunt off, and Prisoner is going to be the first one to fall here. Fine gets caught in the Kraken ultimate. Dr. Repulsor going to be moving forward. And it is Magnus and Magebane on the run.
So yeah, just good sort of cover play coming out from Nullstone Gaming. I think they dove a little bit too much coming out from BMG. The Legionnaire is still in a little bit of danger though. He does have the Staff of the Master though, so if he does die, it's not a big deal, but gets a support key away in the end. So, but yeah, he's got the Staff of the Master, and one thing that Slapped is very adamant about when he goes Legionnaire is to actually miss the Staff of the Master. He doesn't like it, and to be honest, I don't know why he sort of kept it a secret, but I personally really do like the Staff of the Master. Just having the ability to have a double taunt if you do get had to decapitate off is just ridiculous. Like, you can get 6 seconds of lockdown, and particularly as it's sort of physical as well. Like these shrunken heads of like Prisoner and maybe a shrunken head on Mage perhaps later in the game, it's not going to be that useful against it. So I personally love the Staff of the Master and Legionnaire, but I guess each Legionnaire has their own sort of personal preference. But I think in this game it'd be really useful though.
Yeah, it turns him more into a hard carry than otherwise, where he's a ganker initiator. The issue that I think most people have with it is that his mana issues become just too much to manage when you get in that Staff of the Master without something like a Frostfield plate.
Alpha. Hellflower is not a bad choice. Yeah, like against Mageman as well, Hellflower is like one of the best items because 4.5 really seconds of lockdown is sort of similar to the Shackled on Dr. Repulsor. Like the Hellflower against Mageman is very, very strong. So I'd like to see him pick up. I know he obviously has mana issues. One way of sort of somewhat counteracting that as well is if they go Archon of the Goddess instead of Helm of Black Legion, which can work, but obviously a little bit more farm needed compared to the Helm of Black Legion. But that's obviously one way to go. I don't think you'll get it now because it's too late to really be beneficial to the charges. But yeah, I think the Hellflower could work, or even like you said, the Frostwolf play as well in the late game. Prisoner and Mageman are going to be doing a lot of physical damage, so that could definitely be a questionable item pickup in the late game.
So Magebane's doing his best to carry from the off lane here. Owns always been a player that's going to find his farm and farm in some of those more aggressive places. He's currently putting pressure on that top lane.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised Nelson Gaming on Magma's mid lane though. I literally was about to say. I was literally going to say, I'm surprised they haven't been going for ganks a lot more. Like they got Doctor, Pharaoh, and Legionnaire, some of the best heroes to sort of punish any kind of split pushing potential from Reason. I mean, I was going to sort of mention it more against the Mageman because although Mageman does have the Helm of Black Legion, he's only got 1300 HP. Doctor, Repulsor, Legionnaire, and Pharaoh all sort of go on to the Mageman. They're going to drop him down, but instead obviously get the kill on into Magnus, which is fine as well. They're going to secure the Congo now, put it on Dr. Repulsor, and now again Nullstone Gaming back in the driver's seat as you said before. Booth.
They might actually catch this Tempest, Invisible Kraken, or they go for Prisoner, one of the two. And Kraken trying to look for the charge, unfortunately whiffed it. So there'll be plenty to get that kill. Nice 3-man stun coming in from Fine, but what is it good for?
And Token is already picked up now on Dr. Repulsor now as well, and after that pick up onto Prisoner, they could even go high ground, so because he doesn't actually have a buyback here, so I don't know if they'll be able to push it fast enough, but they're going to try and look to go for high ground though, because they're already positioning themselves to do so.
Yeah, they're taking out the power as fast as they can, but there are a ton of just natural pushing power on this team.
Yep. Magebane doesn't split push fast enough though. He doesn't have the Geomet's Bend, he doesn't have the Rune Cleaver. He's trying his best, but as long last to no avail. There's a little bit damage onto the tier 2, but he doesn't want to go any further because I mean the Legionnaire, Dr. Repulsor, and Pharaoh is like such a strong hero to actually punish any kind of split pushing potential. Like one of the best heroes to do it, honestly. But he's going to come up again, but he needs to be careful, honestly.
Yeah, 5 off the map for him. This is crazy.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised, honestly, Nelson haven't been trying to put a lot more emphasis more on sort of punishing this Mageman. I know they're trying to do it a little bit more in the earlier game, but I mean, now they've got better farm, they've got Hellflower and Dr. Repulsor, they've got Staff and Legionnaire now as well, and the Puzzlebox and Pharaoh, they can easily bring him down. So I would like to see him do it, because he's playing very, very aggressive, actually, farming up very, very close to his tower, the tier 2 tower, and all heroes off the map as well, so...
Looks like they're instead just going to go ahead and focus on some towers themselves. Probably going to go for 2 here in the bottom lane. They've got 3.5 minutes left on that token of life. And meanwhile, Mageman doing that skill pushing thing. He is going to be able to get that tower up top, most likely. But instead, Nullstone, they're not actually committing to this down here. They got 4 players that are kind of in the area, but they're taking their time, farming out the jungle. And, of course, waiting for Pharaoh as well. He probably needs to be rocketing this wave here in the middle to make sure that this is not pushing out.
Yep.
No, rocket's top.
Still decent, I guess. It's going to slow down the top push, but not as probably as important as the mid one. Oh well. They're going to most likely take the tier 2 tower and trade it for the tier 2 top. But BMG should continue with this push though, because if they trade racks, it's a lot more favourable. Because they're going against the token, and the team fight from Nelson Gaming is just too strong now. They've got stronger now on Dr. Repulsor as well as the token. They should continue actually here in the top lane, and it'd be on Nullstone's decision to actually port back. Because BMG should continue on going, and as they will.
Well, I mean, speaking of ports back, the Legionnaire doesn't have one.
Yep. Even a Star either, actually.
Either, so they very well could be
they're in
all
a bad decision. Oh, I think they sold something. Yeah, someone gave Dr. Repulsor CP.
Dr. Repulsor did, and then he humps on in.
Yeah,
Dr. Repulsor going hard. Does end up finding the Pyromancer. And find real fall.
Nice play.
Yeah, that was sick.
Play. Yeah, Trent's. Yeah, because like Trent's have the TP, and I guess that's what happens. Like, you don't need to have carry TP, I guess, if you've got Empath. It's kind of like the Sand Wraith Empath kind of combo, like if Empath has a TP. So it's kind of cool.
It's not too bad.
still a little bit surprised BMG didn't want to take the team fight though, because they were like Legionnaire didn't actually have a TP. They could have fought that 4v5. Yeah, obviously they were going against Ultra Pulse token, but still, they're going to start pushing and fighting against 5v5 with tokens. So maybe they should have decided to team fight it. I guess they just wanted to sort of delay the team fight as much as possible because the token is running out in a minute. So they'll get this tier 2 top, but obviously they won't be able to take the tier 3, which probably is the better decision here from BMG. But
and there's the hook actually going to be coming in. Dr. Repulsor will make his way on out of their mage bane, going to be moving forward, and Kraken going to be able to drop the Kraken ultimate. Down goes Tempest. It looks like mage bane and Pyromancer will fall as well. Prisoner gets the ultimate off, but it's not near enough. And Magnus going to be the only one to escape, or will he? Hat trick this time going to be coming out for Beaver Banger on that Dr. Repulsor. Going to be able to easily take down the tower. Token of life is going to expire. But with 4 players down, they go in high ground?
Yeah, definitely. They have to. No buyback on any of those 4 people dead. This could be Rex, if not 2 Rex. This might even be the game, to be honest, Beef. Like, I'm really surprised BMG even took that team fight. Like, they had an opportunity to take a team fight in the top lane when there was 4v5. Instead, they try and fight a tier 2 5v5. Like, to me, the decision-making here from BMG just seems completely off, just like in game 1, Beef. Like, it just doesn't seem logical. Like, they had an opportunity to fight 4v5, or 5v4, sorry. And then, instead of trying to take a team fight at tier 2, 5v5, at least even take the team fight 5v5 but at your racks, they'd have the better sort of logistical advantage, but instead they just wipe because just bad team fight, honestly. And Dr. Pulse didn't even lose his token in the end, so yeah, this decision making from Tankafit just a little bit questionable, honestly. Maybe he's playing with ringers, so that could be the reason why, but still, it's looking bad, Beef.
It's looking very grim indeed, but ladies and gents, while we're on this pause for just one moment, I want to encourage you guys all to go visit rounds.com/live rounds and check out the new Live Rounds web chat service for gamers. It's pretty awesome. Quincy and Mini Maggot and I were kind of messing around with it yesterday, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it naturally just kind of syncs up with your game, whatever game you're in, and puts you in the chat rooms together, and you can see each other's faces, and you can flame people for real. Like, if they go ahead and make something really stupid, and it's like, well, you have a stupid face. It's pretty fun.
No one would say that. No one would say that to you, though. Your face is too lovely.
Well, it is. That's true. But gamers. Anyway, go try it out, guys. They're giving away like 50,000 Black Legion avatar sets as well for people that do try the service out. So make sure to get your hands on those. Go play your Troika Engineer and your Legionnaire from the Black Legion set, and the Scout and the Martyr. There's all kinds of cool ones, man. Dryas, Blacksmith, that's a good one too. I like the Black Legion set, man. It looks good.
Yeah, I think the Legionnaire looks the coolest though. I think they've like remodeled it or something, because like the old Black Legion set looked cool, but now it looks even better, to be fair. Like, the Legionnaire has like green boots and stuff. It was pretty badass, to be fair.
Oh, Imbaboy's crushing. I was reading in chat earlier that somebody said Imbaboy learned how to draft and then Sync is losing. With Zlapt gone, I mean, I think it's probably a little bit easier to draft against the team.
Yeah, I think he's in the chat actually at the moment. Like, I think he just got back from DreamHack. Yeah. So I think he was actually planning to play in the finals, but it might not even get there actually at this rate.
Oh, Zlapt is in that series.
Oh, is he?
Well then, maybe he's still hungover.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually in that game, is he?
I don't know. He was in Honcast chat like an hour ago.
Yeah, I know he's in Honcast chat. I don't know if he was even. I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Well, wouldn't that be interesting to see the grand finals between Nullstone and Reason?
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be. Looks like it could very possibly be a reality. I'm excited. Zlapt is 2-5 playing Tempest.
Oh, well, maybe he's playing then.
Better than Tankafit.
The flame is real.
I love all these guys. They know it. But yeah, I'm flaming. I'm flaming hard, boys.
Salty, because you're sick.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I said I'm sick. I'm feeling great.
Who says you're sick?
No, I feel like death.
Blah.
Blah, indeed. I kind of just want to go cast from outside. I feel like the sun would energize me. A what?
Do you have Ebola?
Yeah, that's it. I have Ebola. Thanks, Mini Maggot. Now I'm like being
I thought
legitimately
so.
concerned. Okay, so Swindle Mullins was over here at the house that I'm staying in with our entire team, and he came in off a plane like at the height of the Ebola, like
Oh god.
just craziness. And all of our players come in from around the world on planes, and Swindle gets here, and like 2 days later, he's feeling like really ill, like flu-like
Oh
symptoms
my
and all
God.
kinds of stuff. And we're like legitimately pretty sure that he maybe like 1% chance has Ebola.
Oh my god.
It was pretty rough. Like, I don't think the Han community would have reacted really well if Swindle Mullins died of Ebola. Like, I feel like there would have been some flaming going on.
Yeah. Did he come from like West Africa or something?
Yep.
Or-
Swindle Mullins actually came over from Guinea. Yeah.
Really? Wow, that's ridiculous. He literally could have had Ebola.
No, why would he be in Guinea? What's wrong with you?
I don't
I don't even know if
like
Guinea's in West Africa.
Beef. You just seem to
Is
say it
that
with so
even a
much
place?
certainty. I don't Beef. Like you said it with such certainty. I just believed in you. Like you made me feel like I was safe,
It
and
actually
then you
is.
just like.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Good job, mate.
It's Papua New Guinea though,
No.
not Guinea.
It's just Guinea.
I'm pretty sure it's Papua New Guinea.
It's a different place, dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just Google time,
Yep,
boys.
I'm Googling. Yeah, dude, Papua New Guinea is right above Australia,
What?
whereas Guinea is a West African country.
Oh damn! Beef knows his geography. Sorry, I apologise.
Deal with it. So what's the deal with this game arena here?
Oh, I think Charlie Simeon timed out. Now he's back. Oh, we're back. We're good. We're ready.
Wow.
Beef, like, I'm not even like I'm being serious. Like every single time, right? There's a pause, and then we sort of talk about like what's going on. Are we just ready? Like I don't know. Maybe it's just like some kind of weird voodoo going on.
It is some weird voodoo magic. I love Super KGE. He's the best as well. Camera was locked. That was kind of awkward. And Dr. Repulsor will fall to the tower. Token of life going to be burnt right here. Comes right back up. Full life and mana. How about that? And so Magmus, I mean, he's the only one up right now. But the rest of his team is respawning, and
Now back it off.
they don't even want to go for the racks. They're playing like a bunch of
Kraken
little
will-
girls.
Kraken is down, and so is the Shrunken Head on Kraken, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for it though. Mage Man was still down. Ultimate from Prisoner was down as well, but I guess they just want to play it safe. I guess they can kind of pincer BMG in now since they've got all tier 2 towers down, and they've placed some good wards actually from Trents in the top lane and the middle lane, so they can sort of just farm the enemy jungle while farming the Ancients as well. So they're just going to sort of restrict all the farm and just slowly choke them to death here, it looks like, and farm them. Which is fine as well, because I think they've got the superior late game with Dr. Repulsor and Legionnaire, because Mage Man just doesn't have the farm to really sort of compete. He's only got the what is it? The German's Bane and the Helm Black Legion, which is just not enough farm in the end of the game. So yeah, just the right play coming here from Null, farming their own jungle, farming Ancients, farming their jungle, just
The safe play. At
being
least.
incredibly efficient. Yeah, it's a safe play.
And Pharaoh Rocket going to be coming in and spots both the Prisoner as well as Magebane. Checking to see if there's anybody doing some Ancients here, but there is not. Dr. Repulsor finished up not only the Shrunken Head, but also a Frostfield Plate. That's pretty farm Dr. Repulsor, dude.
Post Ace and Legionnaire as well. So
Post
they
haste as
can
well as
catch
barbed
anyone.
armor.
Yeah, so they can catch anyone. I'd really like to see like Dr. Repulsor just sort of go and become like a playmaker. But I would say he's got another item to sort of be six locked in. But like if he can get one pick off, like it's gonna be the game ended there. So I'd like to see him sort of try and gank, and then with obviously the Post Legionnaire as well, it should secure the kill. He's got the Hellflower and the Frostfield Plate, so they can guarantee any kill. And they've got a DD now top now as well. So
Now,
oh
I
yeah,
got hiccups. Life's grim right now for me, gonna make it.
you got Ebola and hiccups, man. That's like the worst combo.
Oh god.
I feel bad for you. Apologies.
It is rough indeed. And it looks like the guys from Null are going to be moving up into the top lane. Finish if they started with those racks, maybe.
Tab actually picks up a tablet, which is kind of interesting, yes, but it's still decent against the Pharaoh and the Legionnaire as well. And I guess it can sort of be one way to sort of cancel out the Null Stone from Dr. Paulson. They're going to try and do some flank here, actually. Ooh, we've got some crazy stuff going on here, actually. Can they catch anyone? There's a question. The BMG gank, man, is coming through again. Here it comes.
The Lions gank, dude.
Oh, for God's sake, Beef. I knew I was this close to getting it. And then you just... Oh. Sorry. Sorry, Beef.
It's the wrong animal from the kingdom, man.
Sorry.
They're just coming in from behind. They have no
this
clue.
is insane.
They have absolutely no clue. They're going to be demolished from the backside.
This is so sneaky.
And here they are. They're like, oh, there's a prisoner here. I'm going to go ahead and pop off the ultimate on one player. The Shrunken Head's going to be going out. There's the Kraken ultimate going to be coming in. See you later. Tempest and Pyro going to be falling. Mage Man goes down as well. Mag was playing around the Rosie. And I mean, I like the initiative.
Yeah, man.
I like the direction.
Not enough. Not enough.
A Legion barracks has been destroyed.
Fine calling them Lucker Dogs.
Has been destroyed.
I don't even know, man. In
That was
any
cool.
case, a very solid performance coming out from the guys of Nullstone Gaming.
I told you.
And I gotta say, I mean, I don't think that there were many people out there who were expecting a 2-0 in this match.
No, I honestly thought BMG were definitely the sort of favourites in this matchup. But I mean, Nullstone have been playing very, very well. They've got some good, I mean, a string of good results actually previously in the obviously cycle 7 or cycle 6 of Hontor. They're doing very, very well, and clearly showing it here as well. And apparently, I just got word from Quincy that Sync did actually lose 0-2. So it actually is going to be a Nullstone versus Reason Gaming final. So a lot of upsets here, honestly. I'm kind of surprised, but in EA, it's going to be interesting. So looking forward to it, man.
It is going to be quite interesting indeed. Well, guys, we're going to take a short break here. I'm going to go eat a teaspoon of sugar, stand on my head upside down, and hold my breath for a bit. But in any case, you've been watching 5v5 Cup number 8 with Nullstone Gaming taking it home 2-0. Make sure to go check out Live Rounds at rounds.com/liverounds, the new video web chatting service for gamers. And of course, you can win your own Black Legion avatar set. Also, big shout out to Live Rounds, Overwolf, and Plantronics for their sponsorship of this event. Guys, we're going to be back with more 5v5 Cup number 8. Don't go anywhere. This is Honcast. If you guys want to win more gear, by the way, we got a Christmas contest going on over at complexitygaming.com. complexitygaming.com/Christmas.